South Korea has been widely touted as the center of the semiconductor universe, with companies such as Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix fueling global advancements in consumer technologies. In fact, chip makers in general are critical to the development of today's emerging new technologies, including self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, 5G, and the Internet of Things. However, the race among developed economies to achieve mass production in these areas has been met with a long list of hurdles, including impacts from recent U.S.-China trade tensions and tariffs, as well as U.S. voice security concerns in the Asia-Pacific region, notably about Chinese telecom equipment maker Huawei, as well as the recent rejection of Qualcomm's takeover by Singapore-based Broadcom. Although the signing of the so-called Phase 1 trade deal had spurred risk-takers to embrace the chip-making space, fallout from the past volatility appears to have already caused some financial harm. The World Semiconductor Trade Statistics Organization, for example, expects sales in the global semiconductor market to have plunged nearly 13% in 2019, before recovering less than half that loss in the year ahead. Meanwhile, the industry faces further uncertainties over its near-term operations and sales amid the newly unleashed deadly coronavirus, which infiltrated the Republic of Korea earlier in January. Fears about the spread of the virus and its effects on global economic growth have generally rattled financial markets, as well as stirred the outlook for the semiconductor industry. As the SOX ETF fell in the latter part of January, for example, so did South Korea's KOSPI index, as well as the semiconductor-heavy iShares MSCI South Korea ETF. Over about the same period, prices of South Korea's current 3-year and 10-year government note future contracts rose, along with a fall in the yields on the corresponding conventional debt. However, some optimism about the health of the sector may come from the recent decline in the Korean won-US dollar exchange, which the Bank of Korea noted has been partly due to expectations of a recovery in semiconductors. Market participants are likely to receive further clues about the trajectory of the industry in the week ahead, with several technology-related conferences lined up, including SEMICON Korea 2020, which is slated to be held in Seoul. The event, which runs from February 5th through the 7th, will feature a keynote speech on semiconductor technology for the future ICT world from Jin-Kook Kim, SK Hynix's head of research and development. Investors will most likely be keeping an eye on further developments in the sector amid continued enhancements in new technologies and consumer devices, as well as from threats from geopolitical risks and volatility from the coronavirus. In the meantime, select the event calendar option in the IBKR Trader Workstation for a full list of U.S. and global corporate events and earnings, dividend schedules, economic data, IPOs, and more. I'm Steven Levine with Interactive Brokers, asking you to enjoy the week ahead.